Welcome back, and we're going to continue to change this animation to be a normal. So if we do a normal from height like this, and let's see, I'm thinking, well, we plug it in. And we plug it into normal tangent space, and we just have a color in the color and save. So now you see we have the shape, it's like only in the normal. So the normals are changing, and this is what we want. And it is a little bit, well, looks pretty good actually. So we're going to leave it like this. So now we need to mask it. So we want it to not go forever, as you see. And we need to mask. So this, you see it go outside the water or splash, whatever it is. So this mask, we're going to use it as a mask and just to multiply take this one with this one and save it here, save it, and now we only have it inside, right? And so let's see, and I don't know why it's not showing on the other ones. It's very strange. Okay, we will sort that thing out eventually. I'm gonna do like this. Why is it like that? Okay, I'm going to continue, and I guess it's going to be solved. I don't know why it is like this. If I delete it, okay. It seems to be like an well, we're gonna sort it out anywho. So for now, we're just gonna have it in the center like this, and we're gonna mask it out. And the way to do that, we're actually gonna do it with the distance over here. So if we take the distance, and if we just multiply, and so we're adding a multiply for the reason that we also need. Okay, I'm gonna wait with the multiply because it makes more sense later. So we need to have 1 minus. So we could drag it from here, but there is a reason why we need to do it here. So, and if we do a power, and it needs to go in the A, and if this power, if we add it like 20, you see we do a contrast on this one. Well, yeah, it makes the values go much sharper. And if we use this one for a multiply, we now have it masked. So if we save it, you see we have it masked. So that's nice. And the same thing about the scale. We need to control the scale. So the ripple is going to be this same size on each splash. we need the object again, and we need the scale, and we do a split, and we need to multiply this value with the scale. So if we do like this, it's going to be the same size even on the smaller one. So I don't know why we can't see on the both, but now you see, okay, yeah, this one seems to be overcharged because it's overlapping. That makes sense, maybe. So if we do a smaller, yeah, okay. So here you see, this is the problem. They can't overlap. There is something about the alpha going on here, so I'm not really sure what it could be, but we're gonna sort that thing out eventually. So now we need to have an input to this system so we can move this splash around. So up here we do a vector 3 splash position, and now we're gonna see some weird stuff going on, but we're gonna sort it out. So what we're gonna do, let's say before we add this splash position, we're gonna make a sphere we're gonna use, and this one gonna be only used for having the position. And if we do give position give a position to the sphere, should have it. Yep, here it is. Give position, and if we open it and we do public material like this, save it. So here we do math. So the material that we have, we're going to set a vector, and the vector are going to be a splash position, but they're going to be an underscore before it to because it's adding an underscore. I'm going to show you later so you understand. So what we're going to do, we're going to set the vector splash position, and we're going to add transform dot position. No, not like this. Transform dot position. All right. So what we're going to do, and we're also going to do so it runs in the editor, so we don't need to press play. So what this does, this one runs in the editor, and update, we're going to set the splash pos. And why we have this underscore here, I'm going to show you right away, because in here you see I thought we made it, but we haven't. Interesting. Anywho, so we're going to have a vector 3. We're going to be a splash position. So you see here, reference adding an underscore underneath it. So now we have the splash position, and in the scene, and give position once a material, and this is the material that we're working with. So now we have the position of the ball. Now we're just going to move the splash with the ball. So we need to, we're going to just move this one down so we have more room. So this splash position, we need to split this one. And the reason we need to split it is because we want to and vector 2, because we want to pass the x into x, and we want the z direction to I, because the z direction is planar on the ground. So it's planar with the texture. So now we have it like this. So now we're gonna have change this UV setup. So if we do tile, link and offset, and we plug this one to distance. So we just remove these two. And we do this splash position. If we take this one into the B, and we change the offset to negative 0.5 and dot negative 0.5, and we save this, we should So it is working, but there is something not super correct. Okay, there is, I know what it is. So this one needs to be in the center, and this one we're going to take care of soon. So what you can see here is that when we move this around, it's actually moving not correctly, almost correctly. So the reason is that's because this one is scaled, and because it's scaled, we need to consider that when we input the position. So we, as we did before, we have this object here, and we have the scale, right? So if we do like this, I just need to think a little bit. So we need to divide. I'll actually leave that one there. We just have an extra one. It's easier to see what's going on. So we have the scale. So we change the scale of the input, right, with the scale, and it's the scale is 3 times bigger. So if we take the position and divide it by 3, it will go 3 times slower on this texture. So it's should go the same tempo as the ball, and now you see it does. And if we scale the decal, you see when it's small, it also works. Nice. And but the decal only works in the center of the world, and the way to solve this is that we need to take in consideration the object's position here, and this is where it's going to get a little bit messy, and I'm going to show you. So for instance, it shouldn't be any splash in this one, only in this one. So what we need to do is that we need to have this splash position, and we need to subtract the object's position, and when we place that one into the split, so what we do, they have the sphere's position, and we subtract the object's position, and here we take care of the scale, and now there's going to be a little bit weirdness going on. So as you see here, I'm going to change the scale, do this 5 by 5. If I move the camera around, you see that it affects where the ball and where the dot end up. So in order to fix this weird thing going on, you need to transform this one. So this is a little bit weird, but you need to take it from the absolute world into world. And if you do like this, now it works, and it should work in the, so should work over here too. Okay, it's overlapping, maybe that's the reason. So this one is over here. So if we take this one, yeah. So now you see the position is following. And it's have the same size ripple in the big one and the same size in the small one, because we're taking the size in consideration. So this works really great. So I'm gonna pause here, and in the next part I hope I can wrap it all up to deal with this smoothness and metallica things going on here, and yeah, make it finished. See you in the next one. Thank you.